Hi everyone, it's Jeff. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of different types of pots and plant containers. So let's start with unglazed terracotta pots. Unglazed terracotta pots are clay pots that has no glossy or shiny coating at all. Since they don't have any coating, these pots are porous, which means it draws moisture out quickly from the potting soil. Also, they are classic planting pots because of their neutral and warm color, which is perfect for most plants. Unglazed terracotta pots tends to be more affordable depending on sizes and styles. These pots are good, especially for people who tends to overwater their plants like me. Now, here are the cons. Unglazed terracotta pots are porous, so plants tend to dry out faster, which requires frequent watering, particularly those plants that want consistent moisture. Unglazed terracotta pots can absorb mineral salts and may produce a white crusty buildup on the outside, especially if your water source is hard water. The inexpensive forms of unglazed terracotta pots tends to be brittle and may begin to flake under severe weather conditions. The best plants for unglazed terracotta pots are cacti and succulents or any plants that wants to be on the dry side. The second type of pots for plants are glazed terracotta and ceramic pots. Glazed terracotta pots are clay pots that has a shiny or glossy coating on the outside, same as the traditional ceramic pots. These pots are less porous, which means they maintain moisture in the soil for a long period of time. Also, pots like this doesn't absorb mineral salts, so there's no white crusty buildup, especially those pots that are totally glazed. Glazed terracottas and ceramic pots has these visual appealing options in terms of designs and colors. And it can last for many years with proper handling and care. These pots are best for people who tends to underwater their plants. Now, here are the cons. Since glazed terracottas and ceramic pots are less porous, they can hold moisture that you need to watch out for some plants that doesn't want soggy soil, which might result into root rot. Ceramic pots tends to retain heat for long periods. Be mindful if you have plants on this type of pots and you place them in a hot and sunny location. The intense heat might kill the microorganisms on the soil and can also burn the roots of your plants. Another con is that curved-shaped ceramic pots can be quite challenging if you want to repot your plant. At the same time, these pots are heavier than unglazed terracottas and plastic pots, especially those bigger pots which can hurt your back every time you lift them and when you move your plant from different corners of your house or property. And these pots can be so expensive depending on sizes and designs. Also, take note that some ceramic pots doesn't have drainage hole, which are often called cash pot or cash bowl. The best plants for glazed terracottas and ceramic pots are tropical plants or any plant that prefers their soil to be moist. And last but not the least are plastic pots. Plastic pots are super lightweight, which is a good choice if you keep lifting and moving your potted plants most of the time. It is the best choice for medium and tall indoor plants that sits on a plant saucer, which gives minimal strain on our backs every time we dispose the collected water from the plant saucers or drip trays. Although most plastic pots usually have a lot of drainage holes, you can easily drill those that has a few or small drainage holes without the risk of breaking the whole pot. Plastic pots are least expensive and durable. Also, I personally use hanging plastic pots for my outdoor plants as they retain soil moisture, especially during summer season. Clear plastic pots are best for orchids because you can see how healthy the roots are and they often have a lot of drainage holes. So here are the cons. Since plastic pots are super lightweight, they can tip over outdoors by a strong wind, especially if your plant's soil is too dry. Tall plants or small trees have a tendency to tilt as they grow, and without plant stakes, it can tip over because plastic pots cannot counter the weight. Some plastic pots contains harmful chemicals that can leach over time, so be careful if you are growing edible plants in plastic pots. Based on my research, the chasing arrows that has numbers 2, 4, and 5 are the common plastic pot materials that we can use. Also, cheap plastic pots can fade over time, mostly the pots that are exposed directly to sun. The best plants for plastic pots are any plant that prefers their soil to be consistently moist. Overall, when looking for pots, check first which plants are going to be planted on those pots. Then, assess yourself if you are light or heavy waterer. If you overwater your plants a lot, maybe clay pots like terracotta is for you. If not, maybe plastic, glazed, or ceramic pots are for you. Lastly, put your plants in containers or plant pots that you will enjoy for the most time. Also, I will make a separate video about the remaining types of planting pots next time. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.